Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We're about, what's today, the 6th? We're about 9 days away. Oh yeah, it's coming up quick. So, for the next video we have, this is especially for my newer players, this is what to avoid in New World. Mistakes primarily. Maybe you're an old head and you've been making these mistakes, but let's not run the risk of doing the same thing again, all right? Come October 15th. So let's get right into the video. For mistake number one, do not avoid cooking. I am guilty of this one. I have never really cooked, to be honest, in the game. Maybe a little bit, maybe got to like level like 50 or so. Who knows? But why you don't want to avoid cooking is because it has so many added benefits throughout the game. Not to mention, it's a great way to make some money as well. Some of the cooking helps with your luck percentage out in the world when you're gathering and farming resources, as well as gives you buffs for whichever attribute point you need. It could be strength, intelligence, focus, constitution, etc. So you get an extra little oomph when you're going out to complete difficult tasks or PvP or any number of things that can help you out. For mistake number two, make sure you're using all of the weapons, especially if you're starting out. I know there are going to be some weapons that seem like you're going to lean towards more, but try them all out. They all have their own different flavor and play pretty differently from each other. But I say this is the biggest thing because if you're going to be a PvP player specifically, you need to know how all of the weapons are working and what kind of combos, what their abilities can be, so you understand how to counter them, and that's is a way for you to become the best PvP player possible. So try it all out and play around with it. You can come up with your own builds that maybe someone's never came up before. So that's a good one. Make sure you're trying out all the weapons. Number three is going to be pay attention to the weight on your character before gathering. This one has played me so hard during my time where I'm like, hey, I'm going to go on a heavy logging or gathering hemp or calcum or mining or whatever it is. I'm gonna go get on this bad boy. Let's go. I leave, truck all the way. Back then we even have mounts either, so that journey was pretty long. I went all the way out there in the thick of it. I'm mining, and then I realized I was already at 75% capacity on my weight. So make sure you put all your stuff in the storage before going out to gather. That way you can maximize your runs and be able to get as many resources as possible. Number four is to make sure you buy a house and deck that bad boy out. I was homeless for, I think I'm still homeless, to be honest. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, I was bumming it out. I was out there being nomadic. But houses are very important. Buy them, you get extra storage. You do need to earn territory standing, which I'll probably cover in the next video, just because that is an interesting mechanic that you need in order to buy a house. But buying a house is super helpful because you can get chests in the house, which ups your storage in that town, and you can get a bunch of cool trophies that help you gives you world buffs when you're just out doing your thing, as well as it gives you an extra fast travel, or it kind of acts as an inn. If you guys know what the inns are, it gives you a recall point that if you have an inn and you have your house, you can bounce between, and it makes your running through for gathering and harvesting way more efficient. So buy a house, deck it out, and it's a pretty fun thing to invest in. Honestly, they have cool little kind of like competitions of who has like the most points in their house decorations, and that's always fun to run around and check it out. For number five, we have replace your tools. Sometimes we're getting so much into the thick of it in the game and playing and leveling and gathering all that fun stuff that we forgot to change out our tools. That's our logging axe, our pickaxe, our sickle, our skinning knife. Make sure you're upgrading those because as you get higher and you level up, you'll be able to get, star metal or calcum, all these things in their tool versions, and that speeds up the gathering exponentially. Some people just forget and they're rocking with the iron for 30 levels. Like, no, switch that bad boy out, keep it pumping, you know what I mean? So, just keep an eye on your tools. You can craft them yourself. I always recommend, honestly, I just buy mine from the trading post. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just, I'm not that guy. I'm not the crafting guy. Maybe this next go around though. For our next one is utilize your camps. These are your camps. There's gonna be a mission that shows you how to build your camp. It takes like 5 flint and a couple wood or something like that. Utilize them, especially when you're going out far from a fast travel point, far out from the settlement. You need to use these to make sure if you do happen to die, you can respawn at your camp, and it saves you the trek to go all the way back to where you're going for the mission or for the gathering resources or for the world boss, etc. As well as you can also use these as crafting. So craft yourself a couple of simple meals as your tiers, the tier of camp you have goes up, you'll be able to then access deeper and more complex crafting options. I might make a video on that too, we'll see. But just utilize your camps. That's something that's not utilized enough. 4, was it 6 or 7? I'm not even keeping track, but we have pay attention to what your gear has on it. This is for my newbies. Newbies, listen up, perk those ears up, because I'm giving you freaking gold here, all right? Just because your gear looks cool, just because it has a higher gear score, does not mean it's the best gear for your build. If you're running spear and bow and arrow, and you're putting a chest piece on that has a bunch of focus, it might look cool as hell. Take that bad boy off and put something on that has dexterity. Make sure we are utilizing our gear, especially your weight load, to help your build. So for dexterity builds, you're going to want a lighter weight load, as well as you're going to want dexterity on there, maybe strength. But make sure you're understanding what your weapons scale with and what perks you need to see on your weapon to help your build become the most efficient and the most deadly. And for our last one, archetype selection. This is going to be in the beginning of the game. This is huge because it's going to pretty much give you a head start in whichever trade skills you want to go in. So I recommend start thinking about that now. If you want to be, if you're gonna be a big crafter, you're gonna be mining, logging, armoring, engineering, arcana, all these other things that you can have a boost up to level 50 when you first start. Don't pick your archetypes based on how they look or the weapons. That's gonna come real quick. You're gonna get new weapons, you're gonna get new gear like this in the first couple hours. So think about your trade skills, because those take a little bit longer to level up, and it's going to be more of a time investment. I'll probably make a video as well going over archetypes more in depth. But that's it for the time being. Those are the mistakes to avoid. If any of these helped you, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know, my old heads, what are some mistakes that you have for the new influx of players that are going to be coming in? Because it's a lot. A lot of systems are playing the game. It's a lot to take a bite of. And it's probably even harder to choose. So being able to share our past wisdom with the new coming troops, I think is always a good thing, just to pay it forward. So let me know what you guys have in the comments. Are you guys excited for October 15th? Are you going to be playing on console? Are you going to be playing on PC? Are you going to be playing on controller? What faction are you going to join? I'm going Marauders all day, man, because I value that strength, baby. But yeah, until next time, I hope you guys are having a good day. Stay easy and stay breezy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.